Moi drodzy, mieliśmy odcinek Skibidi Toilet najnowszy. Sprawdźmy sobie analizę od naszego niezawodnego Elity.
Elite cameraman here.
Lecimy.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to start.
To był odcinek
Today's episode
kozacki.
was nuts. It's April Fool's Day, and many people were thinking that Boom is just pulling a prank
Ta,
when he
odcinek
announced
wyszedł 1 kwietnia, nie? Prima aprilis.
that the episode would be coming out today. But here we are after almost 2 weeks of waiting. It truly was worth the wait because this
No,
episode
kurde,
really
odcinek
passed
był
my
kozacki, prawda?
expectations. Boom told us it was going to be 3 minutes plus, but this episode was longer
4
than 4 minutes,
minuty
and it
był.
came out only 11 days after the last episode. Everything from the battle between G-Man Toilet and the Astro Claw Toilet to the new crazy-looking Astro Toilet was mind-blowing.
Kurde, ten wygląda trochę jak
It feels like we
Virlensa,
are
nie?
entering a new era of Skibidi Toilet because of how strong the Astro Toilets are. And just to remind you, this is just the beginning. Until now, we have only seen 3 Astro Toilets in total, and God knows how many there are in total. The 3 we saw might not even be close to the strongest Astro Toilets.
Ciekawe w ogóle, gdzie
But
jest
before
UFO,
we get
nie?
into all the juicy stuff that happened in today's episode, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Let's try to get to 69,000 likes and 1.5 million subscribers
69
because we are
tysięcy?
almost there.
Wow.
Anyways, here we
To
go.
są liczby,
Since
słuchajcie.
today's episode is a part 2, it starts with the ending of episode 72 part 1, where we saw the Claw Astro Toilet arrive at the scene. If you guys haven't seen my episode 72 part 1 analysis video in this scene, Claw Astro Toilet speaks and says, "You know the penalty for treason, Commander. No one escapes justice." And episode 72 part 1 ended right when G-Man was about to fire
No
his
właśnie,
lasers.
G-Man niby
We start the new
zdradził
footage
ich.
with no cuts,
To jest ciekawe,
and
nie?
G-Man instantly starts firing his lasers at the Claw Astro Toilet.
No.
But as we have seen from episode 70 part 1, where Claw Astro Toilet was shown for the first time, he can use his gravitational claws to stop projectiles, deflect them, and copy them. We'll get back to this because this power actually results in his downfall, but we'll talk about this later in the video. While G-Man is shooting his lasers, Astro Claw Toilet does a shield formation to block the attack fully and utilizes his top claw
Ja.
to copy the laser ability to shoot it back. But
Zgromadził
since he
to
can
i
only shoot
wystrzelił,
one
nie?
laser, the firepower is not that impressive, and G-Man Toilet instantly blocks it with his new shield that they probably stole from Titan Cameraman's technology.
W ogóle G-Man może mieć teraz kontrę na Titana TV-Mana, nie? Bo Titan TV-Man nie może absorbować jego energii, bo znowu będzie kontrolowany.
And right when he blocks Bro does the Rizzler face once again. He just can't stop bruh. This guy is a different breed when it comes to Rizzy faces.
No.
But seeing this, Astro Claw Toilet actually starts using powers that we didn't know existed. He pulls his claws back and 3 tentacles fly out of his claws to attack
To
the
jest
shield
dobre jak
itself.
Skorpion,
I
nie?
don't
Z
know what he
Mortal
normally
Kombat.
uses those tentacles for, but it cannot be good. It looked like the tentacles were electrocuting the shield to overpower it, to disable the shield completely, but in reality we see what Astro Toilet was trying to do a couple moments after.
Przeciągnąć go, nie?
G-Man Toilet outsmarts Astro Toilet by rotating his jet engines 180 degrees to push himself backwards. But he didn't do this fast enough since we literally see Astro Claw Toilet stealing the energy of the shield and tripling
A,
his
czyli on
laser
chciał
firepower.
ukraść tę
Seeing this
energię. No
G-Man
to ładnie.
Toilet knows he has to take some extreme protective measures, so he decides to pull a crazy move and starts using a helmet. Bro literally pulled it out as if he is Iron Man. Right after this,
Fajnie
they both start
wyglądał, nie?
firing the lasers instantly. And if you do the math, G-Man is at an advantage here because his overall firing power is most likely double of Astro Claw Toilet, so we can actually see G-Man Toilet pushing Astro Toilet cloned lasers. But somehow, Astro Claw Toilet starts spinning his claws faster and faster to boost the power of his own lasers to push it back. And we actually see G-Man Toilet
No,
struggle.
G-Man
We
przegrywał.
can't see his exact impression because of the face mask, but he starts shaking, and it's clear that if the plane bomber toilets didn't come to his rescue just at the right time, he was going to lose the laser
Kurka,
battle.
G-Man to
The
ma...
first bomber toilet
Zawsze
doesn't
mu
even
ktoś
make the
pomoże,
Astro
nie?
Claw toilet flinch, but the
Albo
second
ucieknie.
one literally annoys him so much that he stops the laser fight with a big boom and turns around to deal with the bomber toilets. He destroys all of the bomber toilets in seconds, but this really was a mistake on his part because he put down his defenses just to deal with some bomber toilets that didn't even do that much damage. I think after almost beating the laser battle, he underestimated G-Man Toilet a lot, and that's what happens throughout the episode. G-Man's history of fights are all loses, so Astro Toilets probably think so lowly of him. After getting knocked down by G-Man Toilet's lasers and getting actual damage, which we
Kurzył
can see
się
through his
wtedy, nie?
face scars that he
Zdenerwował.
just got, Astro Claw Toilet starts looking a lot more serious and says, "Enough games. Here you go. Listen to it yourself."
Tak, koniec gierek.
After saying this, Blood literally dodges G-Man Toilet's lasers without any effort and dashes onto G-Man to start punching him with his claws, and G-Man has no arms, so Bro can't do anything about it. I'm gonna be honest, I think this scene we are about to talk about is actually the first time G-Man Toilet felt helpless and hopeless. The punches that the Claw Astro Toilet threw felt like they were powerful, but the punches weren't all because the Astro Toilet starts pulling out G-Man Toilet's lasers and throwing them down alongside his face mask. I assume this was to grab his head just like the first leak that we saw, because right after this we actually get to see the scene that was shown in the first leak that everyone thought was a troll leak, but it looks like it was real. And it just
Astro naprawdę chwycił go, nie?
People were also confused about the scales of the characters because of this scene, since the Claw Astro Toilet looks so small, and because of this boom, wanted me to show you guys an outside perspective of the characters and the real size
czyli takie sama wielkość.
And mentioned that the sizes never change, and it was just the perspective. This scene is exactly like what we thought, and it is a remake of what happened in episode 60. We also see the needle hand the Astro Claw Toilet had in episode 60. This also means that the Astro Claw Toilet might have had more tools inside his claws, but we will never know for a while because of what happened. A to myślicie, że to jest ta sama? To jest ta sama Astro Toaleta, tylko że ulepszyli się. UFO ulepszył się i ta się ulepszyła, czyli to nie są różne. To jest ta sama Astro Toaleta, co była w tym 47 chyba, nie? Nie, w 50. If this is to kill G-Man Toilet, why was he waiting? What was he waiting for? A couple seconds after
właśnie, na co on czeka
puts his claw onto G-Man Toilet's head, this is weird because why did G-Man Toilet suddenly started screaming after a few seconds? This wasn't like a normal scream, this was a terrifying scream. It felt like Astro Toilet was doing something to G-Man Toilet's brain instead of just trying to kill him, because I think he could have stabbed him 10 times within those 3 seconds. I don't know what the Astro Toilets are planning,
no on tam ma lasery przecież, nie? To go to paliło chyba. Między tymi szczypcami. Nie? Umiejętność ma jak głośnik.
Lasers randomly and actually hits the Claw Astro Toilet, but it doesn't seem to hurt him because he was blocking it with his claw hands. After Claw Astro Toilet escapes G-Man Toilet's lasers, we can literally see G-Man Toilet tweaking. Bro was so terrified that his face muscles were moving on its own.
No, strasznie się wystraszył.
The Astro Toilet attacked him twice with his extremely fast attacks. G-Man wasn't able to defend himself and his sunglasses broke, but right before the third attack, he was able to open his shield, and this actually was a crazy move because Astro Toilet hitting the shield in extreme speeds actually hurt him a lot. We can literally see his engines burning and electricity leaking, and G-Man doesn't wait a second before using his lasers on him once again right before the Astro Toilet zooms out of the fight. But this is not the end. On the contrary, this is where G-Man starts to see a pattern on the Astro Toilet's behavior. If you look back, G-Man didn't defend himself for 2 attacks, and Astro Toilet attacked the 3rd time without thinking. But on the 3rd attack, G-Man opened his shield. He could have done this the first attack, but that might have made the Astro Toilet feel like he was losing the battle. Instead, G-Man clearly is playing the long game instead of winning the short blows.
To on jest, G-Man jest takim taktykiem? Ciekawe.
G-Man starts looking around again. But if I'm honest, I think this time it was intentional because we see the Astro Toilet coming up from behind G-Man Toilet, and he uses 2 needles this time because he just wants to get done with the battle. The reason for this is most likely because he now understands he might actually get some damage, but I don't think he thinks he'll lose the battle. Right before the Astro Toilet attacks, if you freeze the frame, we can actually see G-Man Toilet stop tweaking and start smiling slightly.
No.
Bro already knew what was happening and he was just acting here. I'm gonna be honest with the other thing he'll do later in the episode. I think G-Man really has learned his lesson from his old fights, and he is not just attacking randomly, but actually thinking before he does stuff in battle. This really is a crazy improvement. Right before the Astro Claw Toilet attacks, G-Man Toilet instantly turns back and starts using his lasers right on Astro Toilet's face, leading him to get knocked back so that he can defend himself with his claws. After absorbing the laser energy, he once again uses it to counterattack, but this time he uses energy balls to knock G-Man off. And unlike the G-Man toilet we are used to, we actually see a very serious-looking G-Man toilet probably planning his next move to take down the Astro Toilet for good. Right at this scene, Astro Toilet starts speaking to G-Man toilet once again and says, "Give up, it's over for you. Here you go, listen to it yourself."
No, to było
Right
fajne,
at
że
this scene,
tyle mówić
Astro Toilet starts
może.
speaking to G-Man toilet once again and says, "Give up, it's over for you." And in the subtitles Boom put himself, it actually says, "It's Jover for you." That was goofy. Here you go. Listen to
Jover,
it yourself.
no.
After Astro Toilet says this, G-Man does a weird move. We see him pull out an energy ball from his core and make it attack Astro Toilet. But as you guys saw, he had a grin on his face right before, and this was all calculated. He used this energy ball knowing that the Astro Toilet would counter it by deflecting it. He
Jak
knew it was so slow for it to...
on podpuszcza, nie? Podpuszcza. Pierwsze dał taką kulkę normalną, żeby on to złapał. I ta pewność siebie zgubiła Astro Toaletę,
do something,
tak szczerze.
but from Astro Toilet's perspective,
Wiecie?
this was mostly a last resort from G-Man Toilet, and we can clearly see that his base is about to fall apart because it is not stable. But when Astro Toilet was playing checkers, G-Man Toilet was playing 4D chess. Right
No,
before Astro Toilet deflects the
szachy
energy ball,
4D.
he says that's all, while being confused. Here you go. Listen to it yourself. After
O, i tu
G-Man
potem
Toilet gets
dał te,
attacked by his
co
own
kontrolują.
energy ball and takes a little bit off damage, he instantly creates 2 more energy balls, but we can instantly see that they are different. They have some purple particles coming out of them. And it does look like the energy that Titan TV Man produces, which will be important later when I'm explaining what happened.
No, to
After
jest...
Astro Toilets grabs
Oni ukradli, naukowiec ukradł wszystkie technologie, słuchajcie, sojuszu, wszystkie. I co ciekawe, Astro Toalety nie posiadają żadnych z tych technologii.
the
To jest
energy
ciekawe.
balls, he says pathetic to G-Man Toilet without knowing what's coming. Here you go, listen to it yourself. After this, suddenly G-Man's energy balls that the Astro Toilet was happily holding explode, and we can clearly see that it's as if G-Man Toilet hacked Astro Toilet's hands, at least the ones that the energy balls were on. Before I continue, I need to explain what happened here. As you guys know, we saw this yellow-purple energy before, and it was on episode 68, part 1,
No, to było w
when one of the
Tytanie.
clone
Tak.
G-Man toilets attacked Titan TV Man. This clearly means that this is the same energy. I think it is possible that the purple TV Man energy has the ability to control stuff, just like how the TV Man can use their TV beams. This results in G-Man controlling Astro Toilet's hands
To
with
jest
the
ciekawe.
purple-yellow
Ciekawe,
energy
czy to
ball
samo,
energy.
to samo
We
może
literally
zrobić z
see the Astro
Tytanami.
Toilet shocked, and I think at that moment he knew. He messed up and got outplayed. G-Man Toilet starts using the hands against the Astro Toilet and makes Astro Toilet grab his own head and squish it, and blood literally turns to his own self for a second because the way he laughs is so freaky.
To jest
He suddenly
masakra
starts pulling out the
przeraźliwa.
needles to make Astro Toilet stab himself. And even though Astro Toilet manages to cut one of his arms before G-Man can do anything, the second arm stabs himself in the neck, causing him to fall down. But that's not all, because he is still alive and he gets up with a broken body, scars, and with one arm left. And I hate to admit this, but this guy truly has dedication. If it was G-Man Toilet in his shoes, he would have dipped 10 minutes ago. After this, the POV camera looks back at G-Man Toilet,
No,
and we see him
ładuje
looking really
energię.
freaky while opening up his lasers. I'ma be honest. I need to ask if the Astro Toilet did something his brain, because the way he is looking is not looking very healthy. Bro went from
No,
Rizzler
straszną
mode to the
furię
weird kid in
wpadnie.
class really
Takie
fast.
szaleństwo.
After he starts shooting his lasers, the Claw Astro Toilet can't do anything, but something incredible happens.
No.
Boom told us that a new strong character would appear, and I did guess it would be an Astro Toilet, but bro, I did not expect something
Wygląda
like this.
kozacko
A
ta
new
nowa
Astro Toilet
toaleta.
appeared out of nowhere, and
Naprawdę.
god damn, he looks cool.
No.
Bro looks like he came from the future. I don't know what to call this new Astro Toilet, to be honest. Some names that people were saying include Gas Mask Astro, Astro Knight, Astro Emperor, Astro Boss,
Astro Emperor.
Astro Titan, and many more. For now, I'll just call
Na
him
razie
Gas
nie
Mask
wiemy, jak
Astro,
się nazywa.
since he has a gas mask. But if the community decides to use a different name, we'll go ahead with that. If you have any ideas on what we call this humongous dude, let me know. After he arrives at the scene and blocks the attack with his crazy, powerful shield, which I think is much more advanced compared to both normal Skibidis and the Alliance, he starts using his hand cannon and charging it up. He shoots the energy ball, which is a lot faster compared to G-Man's energy balls. It hits G-Man Toilet's shield and literally disables it while pushing G-Man Toilet back. This is some
Zniszczyła
crazy power.
tarczę.
It doesn't end here because instantly he starts charging it one more time and he can also use his shield at the same time. But while charging it up to kill G-Man Toilet, someone starts shooting the gas mask Astro out of nowhere. And once we turn left, we see that it's Titan Speakerman.
Ale po co Tytan głośnik kurka strzelał do tego G-Mana? Mógł go zostawić i poczekać, aż G-Man zostanie wykończony. Chyba że, wiecie, albo Tytan głośnik chce sam wykończyć G-Mana za to, co mu zrobił, albo jeszcze czuje jakąś więź z G-Manem. Podświadomie.
Arriving at the scene. The gas mask Astro Toilet shoots the energy ball at Titan Speakerman, but he dodges it instantly. At least he thinks he dodged it because this energy ball is so powerful that even though it explodes so far away from Titan Speakerman, it has the power to knock him off just from its explosion
I
force.
co ciekawe,
This new character is truly crazy.
ten nowy Astro nie chciał walczyć z Tytanami, on uciekł od razu.
And right after defending himself, he gets a hold of the claw Astro Toilet and zooms out of the battlefield to save him. Bro is truly a menace to society.
I to jest ciekawe, że te Astro Toalety ratują swoich, a nie tak jak zwykłe Skibidi zostawiają na pastwę losu,
But the
nie?
episode doesn't end here because as you guys know, G-Man Toilet is still there and the Titans have just arrived. Titan Speakerman gets kinda mad and Bro starts taking his anger out on G-Man Toilet by using his core laser instantly to attack him. But G-Man Toilet opens his shields up to defend himself. And unlike the battle with the Astro Toilet, he looks like he was caught off guard and he is kinda scared, as he should be. Titan TV Man arrives out of nowhere to start using his TV beam on him, but he closes his eyes to not be affected by it, and escapes the scene right before Titan TV Man can cut him off. And Titan TV Man says this asshole will die today. But for some reason in the subtitles it says he will not escape this time, probably because Boom wants to keep the subtitles PG. And right after this he also says, "Are you ready, bro?" according to the subtitles, but if you listen to it in reverse, you'll clearly hear that he surely does not say bro at the end, but instead drops a B-bomb and says, "Are you ready, bitch?" from what I can hear. Here you go. Listen to it
Co? Serio?
yourself in reverse.
Okej, czyli to jest zupełnie inne niż...
After this, one of the coolest moments in the series happen, and we see the Titan cameraman pull out his hand to change it with one of Astro Toilet's claws, which will make him crazy overpowered if you ask me, and will actually give an advantage against all the toilet races. But that's not the important part, because right at the end of
potrafił
the
mówić.
episode, he speaks for the first time and says, "For plunger," ending the episode. That line does go hard with all the
To jest
context, and
najlepszy
just like
moment
Titan
w tym
Cameraman,
odcinku.
you should like and subscribe for
Ale wiecie co? On chyba zaczął mówić przez to, że wziął tą technologię tego Skibidi Toilet. To jest ciekawe. Ale się zapowiada odcinek niedługo.